Now look, we ain't even speaking. If I told you how I really felt, you probably wouldn't even believe me. Give me one wish for this genie. Lil, please make the shit easy.
All right, boys. Once again, we're back. Episode 24 of Within Range with your boys, Don Juan, Jared Suter, and the Ear God is also with us. He's blessing us. Before we jump into the episode, just real quick, I think we talked about just taking a moment to just honestly thank everybody who's been like, I guess, fucking with us, excuse my language, basically to start, but it's like from the comments to the likes to feedback. Honestly, just the interactions, we appreciate all of it. We keep up with all of it. And it's awesome to see. So thank you.
For all of it. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we got a dope episode for y'all today. This guy was one of the first people to act, speaking of keeping up with us, this guy was one of the first in the beginning to reach out to us. He said that he liked what we were doing. We said the same back to him, and we knew it was going to happen, that he was going to be here, and he's blessing us today. We definitely want to give him his flowers, and then some, because he's been putting in work. Another Voss connection for us.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Voss.
Shout out Voss, man.
Does it again.
The great connector.
Oh, yeah.
Mixed by Voss. What is
Mixed
he?
by Voss.
Adam. What other names is he?
I don't Produced by Voss.
A man of many
Edited by
names.
Voss. Cooked by Voss. Maybe coming soon.
But yeah, and this cat's got an interesting background. I know he's got a story for us. Hailing by way of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now in Arizona, we are sitting here with Backwood Biddy.
How's everybody doing? Thank you. With a round of
for coming on.
applause.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
can hear it there.
It's the live show.
Exactly. No, thank you for coming on, man. We're honored to have you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, bro. No, we wanted you to come on now, not only share your story, but, share your ideas, your inspiration, your creativity to within range of everybody, man. So welcome. It's an honor. First thing I want to kick off with is your name, right? I mean, everyone wants to hear the story of how you got it.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so Backwood Biddy. I got the Biddy part before the Backwood, so we'll start with the Biddy part. I got Biddy from I at first I was calling myself Biddy B, and
Biddy
I was
B.
rapping under the name Biddy B. Yeah, so I dropped a little mixtape called the Biddy B mixtape or something like that. I think it was an EP, Biddy B EP, and I think that was like 2017 or something like that.
Okay.
And I was rapping beforehand, but under a bunch of different aliases, so it was Biddy B, because I was rapping one time, called myself Biddy. I don't know why. I just called myself Biddy, rhymed it with Cardi B, so I just called myself Biddy B.
I like it.
It was like in a
B.
freestyle, like I
Okay.
was, in the room with my friends smoking, and we were like high as hell. It was in Houston.
In Houston?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I lived in
Very
Houston
cool.
for a little while.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a great place to get your name. I
Yeah,
would say
for
that's
sure.
like
For
just the
sure.
aura being there probably good for you. Okay. I like it.
Yeah. So we're like in the room smoking, and I'm like freestyling, and I come up with Biddy B, rhyming it with Cardi B, and so then eventually I took the B, and I was like, well, it worked because my actual last name is Brooks. So it was like
Okay.
Biddy.
There we
I
go.
always look for a nickname because I didn't like the nickname I had as a kid, and my government name is Arabic. So like a lot of people couldn't pronounce it, and the ones that did, it was long. Like they always look for a nickname anyway. So I didn't like the nickname that I got from my family. So I was always looking for a different nickname. So when I thought of Biddy, I was like, fuck it. It works, it's cool. Biddy B Brooks, it works. But
That's
eventually, I was smoking so many Backwoods at the time. It was like, I was like,
Had to
nah.
incorporate.
I'm looking
That's
down
awesome.
at the Backwood pack as I'm rolling up, and I'm like, Biddy Backwood Biddy, and then it,
Yeah,
it just
sounds good.
snapped.
I
and
love it. Just comes naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so-
That's beautiful.
That's where it came. Backwood Biddy was technically born in Houston, I guess.
H-Town, man. Shout out to
Cool.
H-Town.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, I have 3 Eurasian siblings. Okay, so my dad married an Asian lady, and so I've from that been in a biracial family like that and
Yeah,
stuff. And I just
yeah.
want to say, and I also work in engineering, so there's a lot of other nationalities that work in there, and it drives me nuts that people from, especially people from like feel like I've seen in China or that have like very Arabic or Indian names, feel the need to be like, "Hi, I'm Rick."
Right.
And it's like, dude, like, are we so weak-minded?
I didn't know where he was going
Are
with
we
that. I was
so
waiting for
no?
it.
I'm just like, are we so weak-minded that we can't learn to pronounce a new name like that? It drives me nuts. You know that, and that someone would come here like, and I understand like, okay, maybe if a nickname is just more convenient, if there's like quite a few syllables, I can understand that, but it's just like it should also be very related to someone's actual name.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? It should be just
I
like
agree.
so often they're like, "Hi, I'm Joe," and it's like, "Really, dude?" And they're like, "Well, actually, it's not that at all."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that. So
I
I,
feel-
just want to say it drives me nuts that people have to do that. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
good point.
I completely understand. Like a lot of people I know, like because I grew up Muslim, so I know a lot of people with Arabic names and stuff like that. And I've talked to a lot of them, and they feel like sometimes they love having an Arabic name. They love that they have culture to who they are, but. They talk to them, and a lot of them, like people go through problems like finding jobs and stuff like that just because of their name.
Yeah,
So I'm talking to like friends and family and stuff like that, and they're like, you should like put AJ on your resume instead of Abdullah, and I'm like, because my government's Abdullah,
Right.
Abdullah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It means servant of God, so
Yeah,
I'm like,
so it doesn't-
what the fuck does AJ mean?
I know an AJ.
sounds like OJ. It's just innocuous. Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, it's way easier to say. It might, help me get it, but like, it feels like it takes away from like who I am. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like I'm
Absolutely.
giving up on
Yes.
something.
Yeah, and
like,
I just want to be clear. I am not knocking people that do that. I understand
sure,
why
definitely
that's
not.
done.
Yeah.
100%. I hate that there's a necessity for that. That's just like that's outrageous to me. Just
Yeah,
learn how to
facts.
pronounce another name. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
can't. I mean, come on.
If you respect someone enough, you'll
Yeah,
do it.
just you'll learn it.
Exactly.
You'll learn it, dude.
If you're really close enough.
I'll
with
say
them.
this: when I was a kid, my dad did business with a guy. I'm a child. I knew that his name was Chinnakanan Sivasankaran.
See.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I know Chinnakanan Sivasankaran. That was his
Nice.
name. That was his
Yeah.
first and last name. He
Yeah.
had another part of his name, but
And you remembered that.
the Americanization that he
Shout
did was
out.
a first and last name.
Shout out.
What's the name?
What? Chinnakanan Sivasankaran. Yeah. I got it.
Shout
dude.
out
Yeah,
him, dude.
Chinnakanan, dude. No, he was a crazy dude. But yeah, it's just like little stuff like that. Like I remember it was like, no, we learned his name.
Yeah. hell
And he
yeah.
went by Siva, but I
Yeah.
knew his name.
Hell
And it was
yeah.
just like that's how stuff should be done, dude.
Yeah, it's
Like,
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Sorry, a little bit of diversion there.
No,
It drives me
man,
nuts,
that's-
man.
that's
It's
good.
just something I've noticed so much in my life, and it's not just something that I notice in my like personal life because with my siblings and stuff, but it's just like in my professional life, I see it all the time. It's like, no, you shouldn't have to do that. No,
Yeah,
no.
facts.
You just be
Just
yourself.
learn it.
Yeah, just
Just
learn
learn
it.
it.
Just learn it. Yeah, you learn calculus. You learn calculus to be an engineer. You telling me you can't learn?
Come on, you can
Come on,
swing it.
dog.
You can
Like,
swing it.
yeah. So sorry. Anyways,
Well, so another first also on this show, Jared, is I think he might be our first guest from another country, another continent.
fact. I think
Born
fact.
originally?
Yeah, I was originally born in Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm from there, but
Born there?
yeah, born there for
And
sure.
when did you go to Pittsburgh?
I went to Pittsburgh probably around like 2 or 3 months.
Oh, okay, so you're from
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, for sure.
Shot a little hint to the desert, though. It came back to you. Though,
Yeah,
full circle.
Yeah,
Full
that's
circle.
a good point. Yeah.
I moved back to Saudi
Oh.
a couple of times, and I've been over there to visit plenty of times.
Oh, no
so
way.
I definitely have.
Wow,
been
well
to
traveled.
Saudi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man. Very cool.
That journey's awesome, man. That's the type of stuff we like to talk about in this
Yeah.
show, Biddy, right?
Yeah,
Like, we want to
for
hear it.
sure,
So,
for sure.
Pittsburgh, man. So, obviously, I'm assuming you're a Steelers fan. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, you cut me open, I bleed black and gold. I tell
Let's
you,
go.
man. Like we could test it if you want.
Well, so it's
it's gonna be black and yellow, man.
Is
Yeah, I love
Renegade
it.
is Renegade playing right now, dude? I
Black
think I
and
hear
yellow,
Renegade,
black and
dude.
yellow. That's awesome. So Pittsburgh is a steel town.
Yeah.
Drew and I are from Northwest Indiana, Gary, which close to it, Portage, but it's a steel town.
Hell yeah.
So I
hell
feel
yeah.
like cities like that are kind of tough. They breed like strong people.
For sure.
What was it like for you growing up there? And
Man, it was definitely it was a blessing. Like honestly, like I got like to grow up in Pittsburgh, versus like maybe to like grow up in like underprivileged village in like Africa or something like that. So it was definitely like a blessing for sure. Before I start talking trash about Pittsburgh because it's coming. it was definitely a blessing.
You gotta keep it all in perspective. I appreciate that. I respect that.
But like it was cold every year, for probably like 6 months out of the year.
They had you beat there. Just saying, the people you're
Yeah.
just saying talking about. They
Yeah,
had you
they're
beat
like
there.
it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
but it was cold and it was like I was like had a lot of family in Pittsburgh, you know, but my family, like my mom and my dad, they were Muslim, and then the rest of my family wasn't Muslim. So it's like I got plenty, like we were plenty close, but like, you know, while like some of my other family might like go on and like do like family vacations and go to the beach and do stuff whenever we were younger, my dad would like keep us back and we wouldn't go, and you know, so it was like it was cool, but like at the same time, like I just feel like, you know, Pittsburgh, I just felt kind of boxed in, I guess, you know, like so that, like I love to travel, like you guys said, like I've been, you know, to plenty of places, like I've traveled to almost all of the states, but Pittsburgh is a wonderful place. I actually, you know, I want to move back there, but it's just about like what you make of it. And I guess like as a younger man, I wasn't able to make too much of it. Like I was always getting in trouble, and you know, eventually like I had to leave Pittsburgh because I was getting in trouble with the law, and they were like, you know, if you get in trouble again, you're gonna go to juvie. And I got in trouble again, and my dad was like, you're going to your mom's in Arizona, you know, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style. But like got sent out, and
was there an Uncle Phil?
Yeah, no Uncle Phil. But it was, you know, like I made my way, and like I'm here now. Like I have plenty of challenges, but like at the end of the day, like Pittsburgh is part of me. It's, you know, like, and it's always gonna, like, it made me into who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool growing up there, you know, but like plenty of other places, you know, maybe I would have rather.
Sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, if I got to pick and choose.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think we all might have switched that up.
I lived in Oklahoma for a while, so you know, I get that. You know, it's like God bless them. I love it. They were nice people, and I enjoyed my time there. But I choose to be in Arizona.
Yeah, great
sure,
choice, by the way.
Sure.
Well, so I read that you grew up in a strict Muslim household. Would you say that?
Yeah.
So how did like the music thing come along? Because I'm sure like you weren't even allowed to listen to.
Yeah. So I wasn't allowed to listen to music. I went to a public school, but excuse me, my dad had went up to the school, talked to the, you know, office and stuff, and, you know, wrote letters and whatnot, and had me pulled out of like all the music classes and stuff like that. So I never even took a music class. Knew nothing about music theory or anything.
Is this from like elementary?
Like, yeah, from elementary. Never ever.
Wow,
took a
ever
music
from
class,
any
ever from
institutional school.
Like when you play like the flute in like 3rd or 4th grade, you do the ukulele and
the
flute.
recorder,
You didn't get to do
None
the
of that.
recorder.
The recorder.
You didn't get to do any of that.
None of that. So I went to public school, actually. My first year was in 3rd grade. All before that, I was in a private Muslim school. So it was like, you know, we're, instead of doing the Pledge of Allegiance, we're marching around the school, you know. We are the Muslims, the mighty, mighty Muslims.
No, wait. That's
you
actually...
bunch
no.
of, like, I'm dead ass. Like a bunch
that
of
was your
kids. It
chant?
was like, 30 of us. No, not 30. Like 100 kids, you know, marching around the school. Like 30 in my, you know, grade. But like, you know, we're all marching around, you know, doing this chant. You know, we are. It's not like a religious chant.
I was actually going to say, I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Wow.
For an Americanization of something, that's pretty cool. That's like the Mighty Mighty Ducks.
This was like 2002 or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, right after like post 9/11.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say
they
post 9/11.
Yeah, so it was more out of a, you know, people were getting attacked. Muslims were getting attacked nationwide, you know, like and they were trying to show us as kids, like, you could be proud of who you are, you know. Like,
that's really cool.
And honestly, yeah, it made a lasting effect, because when I went to public school, I got called a terrorist like almost every day I went to school. So it was just like, you know, like, yeah, I'm proud, you know,
absolutely,
to be who I am. So it was like, yeah, in public school, never got no music, and and so the music came around. That was the question, right? When the music
like
came
just
around,
how you were able to listen. And...
The music came around like through my mom. So my mom and dad got divorced when I was young. I was probably like 6 years old, I think, and they got divorced. They split households, and we went to live with my mom at first, and then my dad came and picked us up from my mom's house, and we lived with my dad, and then we would go visit my mom. So my dad, he was the equivalent of like a priest at a church, but for Islam. So he was, it's called the imam at a mosque or a masjid. So he would do all the sermons on Friday instead of Sunday. Our
That's
holy
that day.
day is Friday.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So, sorry.
You're good.
No worries.
But, so he would do all the sermons. He was real strict, you know, and my mom, she wasn't so strict. She was, you know, kind of falling back from the religion a little bit. So she was listening to music and whatnot, and that's kind of like where I started listening to music is, from my mom's influence. Honestly, my dad would probably blame her for it too. But
And what was she listening to?
Kendrick is probably one of the very first artists she introduced.
Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick,
Your mom?
Awesome.
Yeah,
Really?
Dude, mom's with the shits,
Wow.
dude. She was
Are we
with it,
talking,
dude.
what was the section?
Good, yeah, Section 80, Good
Section
Kid, Mad
80.
City.
Okay.
Even
Wow,
the one
wow.
before that, Overly Dedicated. Like she was
Mom
they
was
knew
on.
about Kendrick like way before Kendrick took off because her man's at the time, his name was Keemel. He's a real cool guy. They're not together anymore, but whenever they were together, like he was into all that, old school hip hop and stuff. He was a rapper back in the day too.
Nice, nice.
So
Very cool.
he put her on to like all that. No, she grew up in the hood. Like, to be completely clear, she grew up in Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania. Anybody from Pittsburgh knows that that's the hood. But like, she knew about hip hop music, about all these artists and stuff beforehand, but she didn't really listen to it for like 12 years when she was with my dad because of the religion and stuff. So like, he kind of got her back into it, and she got us into it. Just being around her, and then our schools gave us laptops one year, and I got access to like YouTube away from my dad.
That's
so
the
it was
portal,
just-
dude.
it was
That is
the
the
end of it,
YouTube, man.
It was
I
the
know.
end of it. Like, found
that's
everything,
funny.
found Eminem, and then like, it's just
wow.
like I
Oh,
just
so you
started
found
falling
Eminem
in
after
love.
Kendrick?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy.
Yeah,
the way,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I
I
still
love
don't
it.
know
No,
a lot of artists, to be honest.
Okay,
Like I'm still
okay.
learning. So it's just like. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just like something I feel like I got to miss out on as a kid. That's why I say like Pittsburgh was great. Like, and I did have a very blessed childhood. I got a lot of stuff a lot of kids didn't get to get. I traveled to Florida a lot for vacations, and I watched all my friends, who were in the hood and couldn't do that. So it was
Yeah,
like
oh,
I'm
that's
definitely
cool.
blessed.
Yeah.
My dad worked his ass off to like be able
Yeah.
to like
You talk
provide.
about that in music.
Yeah, like to
Yeah.
be able to provide for me. So it's just like I'm grateful for like the lifestyle that he gave, and I don't judge him for like the expectations he put on me like as a kid. Like, but it's just I feel like I missed out a little bit with the music, and then that's why I try to delve so hard into it now. It's like, 'cause I fucking love this shit. It's like I feel like it powers like humanity, like like
Yeah, dude,
I
I get
wish
that.
like I could have my dad listen to my music a little bit more, but
And just like with a totally like clear mind,
yeah,
like
he
not
got to
with,
listen to the song about him.
He did.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so
cool.
that's
You
pretty
said you
cool.
doubt
Wow.
if he'd hear it in
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty
Yeah, that's
cool.
cool, man.
That's pretty
I just want to say not to compare and not to get too deep on me because it's about you, but
Yeah.
man, the similarities just in my life, dude, crazy. So my parents divorced when I was like a month old, so I was super young. And he wasn't religious at the time, but my dad ended up being like going just like extremely Catholic. So
Yeah.
and that's another community that
Facts. Super strict.
think what you want about it. I'm not here to talk about that, but like at the extreme levels, like you definitely are more isolated, so I get that.
Yeah.
And you're definitely not listening to the radio.
yeah.
You're watching Lord of the Rings instead of Harry Potter too.
Yeah,
Because you know,
right.
no.
Yeah, I couldn't watch Harry
You know
Potter
what I'm
either.
saying?
Yes.
So I definitely get where you're coming from, and I even just like I'm definitely not inclined to be any sort of like artist and of any
Yeah,
kind.
for
Like
sure,
it's
for
just
sure,
not. I
for
appreciate
sure.
it. I'm definitely I'm a consumer, and I love that.
Yeah.
But this is my version of diving into it because it's like I feel like I had the same thing where it was just like once I got in. Funny enough, Eminem was
Yeah.
one of my early ones too.
See, exactly.
Also, early 2000s white kid. Ooh,
Yeah.
big surprise, big shocker, dude. The white kid like Eminem in late 90s, but
Eminem's good.
Yeah, no, he's good.
A lot of
Yeah, he's
people
cool.
like
Yeah, but yeah, no, man, just the similarities are crazy. Like, so I just couldn't relate more, dude. Like, and it just there is that passion where it's just like when you didn't get to experience it for so long too, it's almost like it's less. You just don't take it for granted. It's less commoditized to you. It's like that's why we appreciate the art.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
And,
facts.
like,
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
Man, it's well said. This is good stuff.
I couldn't help but relate, man.
So I'm curious. I know, obviously, you talked about Pittsburgh. When I think of Pittsburgh and I think of music, obviously, I think of like Wiz.
Yeah.
Think of Mac Miller. Do they have any influence on you whatsoever? Or?
Yeah, so I mean, definitely like to an extent, like Wiz Khalifa is like the smoker rapper of like my generation,
He's
so
our Snoop.
yeah, exactly.
He's our Bob
Snoop.
Marley. Yeah,
Exactly.
he's our Snoop.
So-
I go more Snoop.
Yeah,
than
you know,
Bob,
like
but
Snoop-
Bob a little.
Snoop.
Who's
Bob
our
a little
Bob?
deeper.
Bob was
man?
Bob was
Who's our
before
Bob
Snoop.
then?
Ooh, our,
Snoop was the Bob.
Yeah, okay,
you know?
okay,
Like, it was
fair.
Bob Snoop.
You're right.
Actually,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
I like that. Biddy's A. Within range.
Clip that.
Sign him up.
Clip that.
Hey, give him a contract.
Yeah, sign him up.
So yeah,
First
like
within range intern.
I feel like I got a little bit of that, you know, like the smoker aspect, you know, from Wiz. Like I'm a kind of smoker
You
rapper,
partake?
I guess.
You
Like
partake?
I partake very much every day, you know. So, but he doesn't smoke, you know, woods. He doesn't smoke any
Not
type of
Backwood
blunt,
Biddies.
you know. So yeah,
Very explicitly.
Yeah. It's a little bit different. I feel like our rap styles are definitely a little bit different. Like I said, I didn't get to listen to music as a kid, so I didn't get to discover Wiz and Mac until after they were already huge. You know what I'm saying? Like so it was just the same as discovering Eminem or somebody. Like I didn't get to watch them grow up alongside of me. You know, like my aunt, my mom's little sister. You know, used to party with Wiz Khalifa, and if you ask her about it to this day, she claims that never did it, but you ask my mom and my mom will tell you it's because like Wiz just didn't want her or something like that, and she was salty, so she won't admit it, but yeah.
Mom, we're editing this out. Wiz, you missed out. Wiz, you missed out.
Hey, it is what it is, you know, like
Amber Rose who? No, I'm just kidding.
Mac Miller, like he's such a dope artist, you know, and it's unfortunate he passed. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Like I wrote him like I don't know what to call it, but I like wrote a rap about a dream that I had about him. Oh. So and I performed it like a cappella at one of my shows, and so like I mean like his music's definitely great. I've always looked up to him ever since I did discover him, like in the sense that like he just like. He's not your stereotypical rapper, you know, like he was able to do like out of the box things that, you know, other people weren't necessarily able to do. And, you know, I wanted to be that way. I wanted to, you know, be able to do what I wanted to do and not so much worry about what other people think of it. So I looked up to him in that way. I feel like there was other artists in Pittsburgh though that I probably like looked up to a little bit more in my like earlier stages of rapping and stuff, like Hardo and you know, some other oens. I'm not gonna mention them all, but
I mean, we would like you to. If
you don't mind, want to.
If you don't mind mentioning them,
Feel free.
Like Hardo and well, more recently, even like I look up to now, like Reese Youngin. He's from Pittsburgh.
I don't even know these cats.
Yeah, Reese Youngin. He's great. Like he's got amazing flows. Like it's like he got like a fishbowl with like different flows, and he just picks one out every day, and then like goes and records a track with it. It's like crazy.
I love
like
the analogy.
Reese Youngin?
Yeah, Reese Youngin.
Alright,
Yeah, and Deasley, fucking like. There's a whole bunch of Pittsburgh artists. Like I feel bad when I'm from Pittsburgh, so when I start naming them, the ones that I don't name are gonna
I get it.
But there's
we're not
so
here for that
many,
though.
like-
We also partook in the backyard before this, so the memory's a little foggy.
Yeah,
but no, well, and I asked that question just because, you know, when, you know, you grew up someplace and there's artists from there, you take pride in that.
Hell yeah.
Because now that you're in Arizona, you're part of the Arizona hip hop scene.
Exactly.
Did you rap when you were at McClintock at all?
Yeah, I was definitely dropping songs and whatnot. The reason I wanted to go to McClintock is because
you chose to go there.
Yeah,
Futuristic went to McClintock.
Yeah,
that's right.
why I wanted to go there, because I wanted to like build the connection.
Shit, that's awesome.
I emailed Futuristic and all that, like when I was moving out here. I'm like, man, about to go to school you went to, yada yada yada. But he was like super popping at the time.
What year was that? Do you remember?
Shit, probably like fucking 2016.
Oh yeah, he was.
I love it though. You emailed him though.
He's in his prime. You know?
Shoot or
like,
shoot,
not that,
dude.
no,
Shoot.
he's in his prime
I
now.
love
He's
it.
in his prime now, but he was definitely taking off.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
And you know, like I don't think he ever got the email. You know, like and now there's easier ways to reach him. You know, so like if I ever wanted to reach out, you know, actually I did text him through his little text thing. You know how artists will do the little text like, hey, text this number and I'll reply.
You want to talk,
and then you sign up, and it's like
their newsletter kind of
thing.
Yeah.
So, but he was actually like replying. So he was on a 12-hour road trip, and he was like, you know, text me and I'll reply back. Ask for music advice, life advice, stuff like that. So I was just asking about like music advice and shit. So I didn't get to build the connection back then. I didn't get to build the connection in high school when I went to McClintock. I only went to McClintock for like 3 months because they kicked me out. They were accusing me of smoking, and it wasn't me. Like, It wasn't me.
He would admit.
It wasn't me.
He
Don't
would
make it
admit
let us
if it
know.
was him.
Yeah, I would admit if it was me. There was plenty like
why we
in
believe
in CV back in Pittsburgh. I was the one smoking in the bathroom in the health wing. I was the reason the whole school smelled like weed. Everybody knows this. Like I will admit to it, but McClintock, they chose to lie on my name and tell me I was smoking weed and call the cops there and make a big scene out of it. And I was like, I know who
Just
did
get
it, but I'm not
stitches,
gonna.
we said it.
Yeah, so
just
it's
said
just
it.
like I just took the rap for it, and then that was the first time. Then they caught me a second time at McClintock. It wasn't at school. There was a Mormon church across the street.
Oh,
And
I know the one.
off to a
I
bad
know
start.
the one.
look,
You do?
They definitely don't take kindly to that.
look. Okay, so I'm sitting there behind like this little building shed. Like I guess they put tools in there or some shit, some type of tool shit. It's a building though. It's not like
Mormon-y
actual
tools.
shit. Yeah,
No, I'm just
whatever they do with those.
Just kidding.
My son's mom was actually Mormon when I met her, so I got nothing. against
She's no
Mormons.
longer. She's out.
No, she's Muslim now.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, what a transition.
Yeah, well, she met me.
Man.
But I'm like sitting behind this tool shed in the morning. I got like a bull and got this dude with me. This dude's name, I'm not gonna name him, but we're sitting here smoking weed, and the cops pull up right on the side of us, and I see like the front of the cop car, like just the very front, like the black of it and the black rails.
Yeah.
And he's sitting closer to the cop car. I'm like, bro, look, like we gotta go. So
That's bad.
We stand up and we start running. We hit the right, and it's the alleyway behind like the church, and he dips off real fast to the right to start running through the alleyways. It's like all the alleyways behind the houses in the neighborhood, If anybody knows how Arizona houses are set up, there's plenty of alleyways that go behind the houses and stuff. So he's running through these alleyways, and I'm like, fuck, he just started taking off through the alleyway. Of course, they're going to chase us into the alleyway. Like, they're going to see us running.
It's literally their specialty.
Yeah, like, I duck behind the bush.
Oh
And
my god, this
I'm
narrow
literally
passageway that
sitting-
fits our car that goes 60 miles an hour.
Literally. So, like, oh, shit, my bad.
You're good.
I'm at this bush, right? And I got the bush in front of me, the building that we were like hiding behind smoking to the right, and the pathway that like I ran the pathway, came back around to hide behind the bush, right? I was sitting over here smoking, came around the pathway. The cops come through and they pass right in front of the bush that I'm on the other side of, like hiding. And then they dip off to the right to the other direction to chase him because they seen him in the alleyway dip off.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, fuck, what the fuck? I stand there for like 10 seconds and I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, the fucking cop, I'm running from the cops now. Like, so then
This is like
I
a
just
sitcom.
take
It's like,
off.
and this is where you realize you get fucked up.
I'm like, dude, like, I think I'm like 16 or something like that. And I'm like, bro, like,
Not the clearest thinking at that age
what the
for any man.
am I doing
Yeah.
with my life?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm running from the cops now. Like, I'm dipping through the neighborhood, like, because after they started following him, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I had gym that day. Luckily, I had a change of clothes in my bag.
Perfect.
So I'm dipping as fast as I fucking can. Like, I'm running for life down past the fucking McClintock football field, probably faster than any football player on that team in that year. I'm sprinting. I get
That's
over
4A
to
school, y'all. That's not.
yeah, like I was
that's
running fast as fuck. Okay, fast
as fuck, boy.
But I get to a different alley. I change clothes and I go back to the school. And, like, I just go into school as if I came in late, you know, and I'm like, I sign in late, and I'm like, yeah, like, I changed my clothes and shit, you know, and I would go up to my classroom, and it's like second period, because first period I had gym, so second period, and I had, like, history or something like that, and I'm up in the classroom, and the cops come up faster. Right?
And you're like,
Double
no,
Brooks.
no.
Come with us.
You got ratted on?
Yeah, so
You got ratted on.
So
That's
the
only
dude,
way.
yeah, the dude, he won't admit it to this day, but he fucking told the cops.
Hey,
That was the only way, like you said.
Look in the camera and tell
You
them.
know
You
you
know
did
you
that
told the
shit.
cops.
You know you did that shit.
Lights was brighter than the ones up here.
You could have
Who
lied.
was it?
You could have lied. But
Man.
That's
told,
crazy,
and,
dude.
and
What
they
a
pulled
story.
me out the classroom.
I love it.
and-
Running from the cops is like running from a bear. You don't gotta run them. You just
Yeah.
gotta outrun the buddy.
And then that was the second time. So then that's when they kicked me out to school.
Man.
All right.
But that time I was really smoking. But they didn't have proof. Like I said, the only proof that they had was the kid snitching, and I knew that. So that's why I changed my clothes.
And the kid was
They brought
probably-
me to the office. They're like, the cops said the kid that ran away had a green shirt on. You have a green shirt in your bag. I'm like, that's my gym clothes. I brought them from the crib. Like,
Yeah.
because I switched outfits. I'm like, you guys got no proof that I did this. So then they were like, all right, well then you got to leave the school. Or
And it
else we're
sounds
gonna
like that
expel
wasn't
you."
the first time this kid snitched either. So
Yeah,
just
he's a
remember that.
snitch.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him. He's a snitch.
Snitches.
Man.
Snitch. I'm not gonna fucking say his name, but fucking.
See
fuck
that?
you.
That's integrity right there, dude.
Fuck you.
Eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Yeah, man. So tell us also about this Biddy Does Art page. I understand you do some of your own artwork. It looks, from what I see, it looks like it's dope.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Have you done pretty much all of it, or has anybody else helped you at all with it? Or
So I had somebody make the Backwood Biddy logo.
which, by the way, is dope.
Thank you. Appreciate
Like
it.
the Backwoods
Appreciate
logo.
it. Yeah. Shout out to Zeranime Storm on Instagram.
What a name! Say that twice.
Yeah, it's ZUR anime _storm. Go follow him. He makes artwork and stuff like that. I found him. I think he was running Instagram ads one day, and just like found him
Struck
through the
a chord.
Instagram ads, and I was like, I need a logo done. You think you could do it? And he did it, and he did it for a great price. And ever since then, I've been using it, and it's literally the face of my brand. Like, and
That's sick.
I mean, I'm not wearing. I thought
I
it
was
was.
gonna say, I
wearing
was
it,
like,
and I
that's how
thought,
you-
I was like,
weird.
I got excited too. But yeah, he made
Cannabis
it.
empire in the room.
Yeah, it's dope. But the Biddy Does Art page, I've been like needing to revamp that. I'm glad you brought it up. I gotta revamp that shit. So if you're looking at that shit, like anybody else looking at that shit, it's all from like 2020. It's all old artwork.
Okay.
My-
COVID work.
Yeah. Like my penmanship has improved. Like everything is improved. I need to revamp the page. Like I do all my own music videos. I do it all off of the iPhone, like recording, editing, everything. So
Off
it's
an
like,
iPhone, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
we got.
If you ever have an excuse that you can't get it done,
just do it.
Yeah, you got some dope videos too. Like that's the thing for a
Appreciate it,
dominant. You
appreciate
gotta have videos, dude. You
Yeah.
gotta have it. They do that from an iPhone. What a hustle, dude.
Yeah, the ones I got coming for the big Backwood mixtape, those are fire.
For real,
I've been-
huh?
yeah, it's been what I've been working on the past couple of months or whatever, and man, these music videos are just I'm loving them. I'm not gonna
Nice.
lie.
Man, I mean, obviously, there's a point where it's like, yeah, obviously, if I have like full command and control over like a studio full suite of editing stuff, but do you feel like I think there's a common theme where like artists make some of their best music early in their careers when there's an organic struggle going on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
yeah.
almost feel like, do you feel like that ever happens with like just editing videos, like when you're confined to doing it on your an iPhone? Like
Yeah.
that's insane. Like I almost feel like you just like, okay, this is this tiny little sandbox I have to play in. How creative can I get? Like, I feel like
Yeah.
that's what you did, because I would
That's
have never
exactly how
known.
it
It-
happened. That's exactly
True.
how it happened. Like, I literally started from like the simplest thing. It's like, okay, how do I add text to a photo on iPhone? Like
and it's like a step by step. You're probably googling
Literally,
it, right? Like
literally.
that's the thing
YouTube,
about people
YouTube,
don't understand
fast.
that about
YouTube's
today.
literally.
Dude. It's just like
Yeah.
how to edit a movie. Best free movie editing apps. on iPhone.
Exactly. And it's just like I got a bunch of apps that I use to do one thing. So like to make a music video, there's like probably like 4 or 5 apps that go into it. Like,
Yeah, wow.
but it's like each app I use for different things, and it's like I learned just over time, just accumulating all this knowledge of different stuff that you could do. Like you could literally. iPhones are like computers, bro. Like
They
you
are.
could
They
literally
are
do
computers.
anything you do on the
This
computer.
is more
on the
than what they
iPhone.
launched people into the moon.
Literally,
with.
like
This is more.
It's ridiculous.
They launched someone in the moon with
less than this. Like,
This goes into space.
so you could definitely make a music video with it.
Yeah,
like,
definitely within the realm of possibility.
like, and if you're not, then you're not working hard enough. Like,
Yeah.
or maybe you just don't know. And if you don't know, like I had my truck. I had Truck tell me, he was like, "Bro, you gotta fucking teach me how to do it because I just don't know how to do it yet." And I'm like, so as I'm like making these new videos and stuff, I'm showing him previews and stuff, and he's like, "Bro, how do you do that?" And I'm like explaining it to him. He's like, "Bro, like."
shout out Truck. We're gonna get Truck on the show.
Truck's gonna
Shout out Truck
2023,
DC.
he's coming.
We got
Truck
some
DC,
amends to make.
baby.
We got some amends to make for tonight.
HBU, you know what it is.
Man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And the fact that you're willing to share that knowledge too. I think some people get bitter too when they have to learn it themselves, and they're like, "No, I had to learn it. You got to learn it too." And
Yeah.
there's a method to that madness. It's not my particular method, and it doesn't sound like it's yours either.
It
I
doesn't
think the
really
more
do
you
me
share
any
with it-
good,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Right? Like, yeah, the more he knows, the more you're both gonna shine, dude.
Exactly.
Speaking of that, we'll get into music in a bit, but you guys are shining recently here.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I thought that might be a good break time. I actually have to take a leak, and then we can come back and do the music.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Too easy. Now look, we ain't even speaking. If I told you how I really felt, you probably wouldn't even believe me. Give me one wish for this
All right.
genie.
So Biddy,
What's good?
the music, man. I just would like to start with a personal favorite of mine, but just to sum up kind of my thoughts, I guess, on the music, man, what it is. I feel like it's a theme we talk about, Jared and Drew. You guys might agree to this, but there's definitely a grit in your music, man, and we feel like that's a common theme with some Arizona, Phoenix artists specifically. I feel like it's just part of the DNA, something out here that makes you do it. But entertaining, you know, I thought you had maybe a little bit more music than I did, but I almost like that because you can tell you put the quality in the time. We talked about the videos. But yeah, one of the first songs I just want to shout out is This That remix.
Oh yeah.
I told you earlier that was my personal favorite song. It had our boy Cat Peasy on there as well. Shout out Cat Peasy. He just got out.
Yeah.
And that's also
Shout out
a
Cat Peasy.
Voss.
And the Voss
Did he
connection.
mix it
Yeah.
or?
Yeah, Voss mixed that. Yeah, mixed by Voss.
So that's another reason why I love it too.
Yeah, for
Shout out
sure.
Voss again,
For
but
sure.
man,
You go in on that one, dude. You
Dude,
absolutely
thank
go
you.
in.
You set
that
it
too.
off,
You set
too.
that whole thing
I thought
off. Yeah.
the way and the way it's like worded on the video, like I was like, I kind of man, okay, Biddy. I just figured you'd end it, and then you started off, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, man, like, well, first off, Voss did his thing on that, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I wouldn't...
Everyone's got to do their thing for it to come together like it did, though. So you know.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, Voss always doing his thing.
I wouldn't
man.
be where I am, like, today if Voss didn't give me, like, the
Man.
Hey,
opportunity.
Drew, can we
Man.
get a clap? Do you have the claps on there?
Voss.
He gave me, you know, like, plenty of opportunities, and he believed in me, like, when other people didn't, so, like...
Man,
It sounds on par for Voss.
Yeah, hell yeah.
that's
yeah.
the dude, man.
Yeah, he's
That's
a
the
dope
guy.
cat, man.
That's the
Dope,
guy.
dope.
Shout
He's
out
a real
Voss,
one.
man.
So, like, he...
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beatles jam.
He was the orchestrator of that track, like, in the first place, you know, like, it was supposed to be a cipher. It was supposed to have, like, a bunch of people on it, and, well, he heard it, and he was like, yeah, like, I think we should put Cat Peasy on this.
Oh,
like,
man.
I didn't even know Cat Peasy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know him. I still haven't actually gotten to meet him yet. Like,
Neither have we.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, eventually it's gonna come, for sure. You know, like you said, he just got out, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna see him. He gonna see me. We gonna see
Link
each other
up.
eventually.
For real.
Eventually,
Oh, so
you know,
y'all,
so
you're going to cook up, huh?
hopefully.
That would be
Yes.
dope.
Oh.
That would be
so,
dope.
So
Man.
like, he heard the track and was like, put Cat Peasy on it, and then he sent it to me, and I listened to it, and I was like, wow, I just got stood up on my own track. Like, I gotta put this out. Like, who is this
stood up.
guy? No, like, he
Listen, so
kills it.
Jared and I, not to cut you off, Jared and I have talked about how Cat Peasy is very distinctive. I feel like
Yeah,
when
you got a
when
very,
he's on the
very
track,
distinct
you know
sound.
who
Yeah,
it
Oh
dude.
is.
my
He's,
goodness! Like
yeah,
he's
no.
so good, and
Goes in.
big shout outs to him. You know, like, cause I got no problem with it. He did his fucking thing. Like, in my
He did
opinion, if
fucking
I'm
mark
listening
that.
to the song, I like his verse better than mine.
Okay.
And
That's-
you know,
that's-
like,
that's
I'll admit
respect
it.
for, yeah, you,
If I like my shit, I'll say I like my shit.
I was
but,
gonna say,
like,
I'm not gonna tell you what opinion to have.
man, he slid, and it was just like
He killed
it was
that.
to the
He
point
killed that,
where
man.
I took it and I added a verse after his whenever I put it out.
Hey, he did the what is it, Drew? The Jay-Z Drake thing where they do
Yeah.
the verse after it.
Oh,
Oh, he put out this verse. I will go back and do this one. Yeah.
So yeah,
Fuck,
but like,
that's when the best shit comes out, though.
Yeah,
that's why
exactly.
that's why it's one of the first ones getting talked about, man. So I love that.
Isaac Birthday hopped on that as well on the remix.
Oh, okay. So tell us about him. We're not familiar.
Yeah, so I met him through Voss as well.
The Voss Connect.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
hell yeah. So him.
Oh, so okay. So Voss was the Cat Peasy, you, and okay,
Yeah,
the maestro.
I don't-
Like Geppetto pulling strings.
I was
just
gonna
saw
say
Pinocchio
Voss
the
more
other day.
serious than him, but I'm just saying DJ Khaled vibes right there. Pulling
Real
yeah,
shit,
dude.
real
Be
shit.
big DJ
And
Phoenix Desert DJ Khaled
And
vibes.
y'all
Yeah.
just like had
Yeah.
different vibes, different
Yes,
rhymes.
dude.
I mean,
And he
it
knew
just,
how to make it all work. You know,
I
he
mean,
knew how
literally,
to-
like
Man.
I've been bumping it. Just I would say, like, I mean, the numbers is up on that one. If you go on YouTube
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you'll
for
see it,
sure.
and I would say
For sure.
I'm a big part of that.
A&R'd by Voss.
hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
5.2K views on that, might I add?
Yeah,
I don't know if you
man.
knew that.
Hell
or
yeah,
not.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, it's like one of my best videos. Facts. Oh yeah, I definitely had to add my little third verse before I put it out. But,
Love that.
but
Hey.
for sure. Yeah, he
Man.
did his thing. And, I knew people had to hear it. Like if I could listen to it and I was like stuck listening to it on replay like I was, then I was like, yes,
That's how I had it.
Have to listen.
It's a banger.
Yeah, it's an absolute bang, dude. Do we want to talk pressure, dude? Because as of 9 a.m., dude, I woke up to a beautiful gem on my YouTube timeline. If you're not a daily YouTube user,
Yeah,
I don't know what you're doing.
Good
Right,
point.
real shit.
Hey, maybe you're better than me and you don't use your phone at some point in the morning. I know you're not supposed to look at it for the first
what they
hour,
say.
but there's just so much good stuff on there, whether
Yeah.
it's music, whether it's content, whether it's learning how to do anything.
so
But
much.
today I got blessed with a beautiful notification that the music video for Pressure was debuting at 9 a.m.
You told me about it.
Yep, I had to send the alert out to the team. Dude, I love the visual for it. It was you guys like performing live there. Yeah. Loved it. The song it's fire, dude. You guys
We had it
sound
on before
good
you
together.
came. Yeah.
Shout out. This is you and Truck.
Yeah.
Shout out Truck.
Yeah, shout out Trevor.
Dude, there was a point on that track, dude. I literally had to check. I was like, did he get a Rick Ross feature? He had sounded like
Hell yeah.
exactly like Rick
He
Ross
does
a
sound like
couple
Rick,
times,
yeah.
dude. I was like, you guys sounded absolutely crazy on that, dude. I guess, can you tell us about that relationship? How'd you guys, where exactly was that performance? I know you have some performance videos on YouTube that we saw.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was exactly one of those, but
So first big shout out to Truck DC.
big shout out to Truck.
Yeah, man. Hood Biddy University. You know what it is. HBU. You know.
When's that? Is that shirt
I'm
around?
alumni.
The Hood
Nah.
Biddy.
Dude,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
get some HBU shirts. ASAP.
You need them?
bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was it? I'm saying. Can you say it again?
Hood Booty
Hood
University.
Biddy University.
Hood Booty.
Remember
Hood
that was
Booty.
it's Hood Booty.
Hood
University.
Booty.
Oh yeah, we
HBU,
need that.
bro. Yeah,
we need that. We need that.
We need
the
that.
people need that.
Yeah.
The people need that. The people need that, dude. The people need that, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hood Booty University. You know what the fuck the vibes are. You know what the fuck.
Okay, man.
Shout
Man.
out Truck DC. That's his record label. Yeah, oh God.
Yeah.
It's a movement.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. It's a movement.
We're a part of it.
We're
now.
riding it now.
We're
We just
part of
started.
it.
We just
Exactly.
we're
Definitely
paddling
gotta
on the
get your
surfboard.
booty
We're about
shirts.
to stand up, dude. You know.
You know, everybody that knows Truck got a fucking Hood Booty shirt, so y'all gotta go.
We gotta
Yeah,
get one.
y'all gotta get 'em.
We gotta meet him. We'll get him on. We'll earn that. We gotta earn that one.
Hell
you know?
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Man, so it's like he was a college football player, you know. So like
Where do you play at? Do you know?
Ottawa University.
In Canada?
Nah, here.
Ottawa. Oh,
That's what it's called, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is that
I'm
in
not sure.
California?
Yeah, let me make sure that's the right name.
That's
I
cool,
believe
though.
it's Ottawa. Yeah.
First thing I said.
I mean, I'd
It's
be
in-
out there betting college football, but
Yeah.
I might not be deep enough in the books.
Ottawa, Kansas?
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Good
That's cool.
find, Drew.
No. So yeah, it's here. Ottawa. Yeah, Ottawa and Phoenix, or it's actually in like Surprise or some shit. But
Oh,
Really?
okay, cool.
Okay,
Oh, very cool.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he played football there. He actually graduated. So the day he graduated, I was throwing a show, the Kickback. He graduated on that same day. He put out his first like album mixtape, and he performed his first show at the Kickback.
Wow.
So it was like he graduated, he put out his first album mixtape, and then and so we met at one of my shows before that. He was doing security, and man, you know, like I walked up to him, I'm like, yo, like, what's good, bro? Like, I need somebody to hold my phone for Instagram Live so my viewers could, watch. Like, he was security, like,
Gotta do
by
it,
the
yeah.
stage. So I was like, you're the best person to ask. You're going to be sitting here, standing here anyway, you know?
That's a good
Perfect.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
so-
there. Best view.
He's like, yeah, I got you, bro. And then we start talking it up. He's like, yeah, like, I do music too and shit. And so we followed each other on Instagram or whatever. And he sent me his music, and I checked him out. And dude, it was like I listened to that album that he put out, and it was like so fire. And it was like,
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice.
yeah, it was like
Very
stupid
nice.
fire. I was like, bro, like, like, why have you been hiding under a rock?
Yeah.
Like, why are you not
feel that,
famous? Like,
dude.
why am
Yeah.
I just not finding?
Yeah,
anybody?
yeah. Why?
And
why
he's
not?
like, yeah, bro. Like, I mean, I just just started, I guess, just rapping, taking it seriously. Just started, I want to take it more seriously now, and I'm like, all right, bet, like we're gonna get you on some shows, we're gonna perform, it's over with. You're doing it. So he's been, taking it serious since then, and like I told you guys, I think I said it off camera, but like me and Truck, like if we're not doing it together, then like I'm there supporting him, or he's there supporting me, but like always, like, and like it's just we work like that, like I mean like. Two peas in a pod almost, and it's like it's like the contrast, Yeah, it's crazy, and like so big respect, big shout out to Truck DC. Like I went on the Matty Ice show, he went on the Matty Ice show. I killed that shit with my little freestyle. He killed that shit with his little freestyle. Like y'all said, he sounds like Rick Ross, like he was listening.
Rose vibes.
Fucking Rick Ross liked both of our little freestyles on the Matty Ice show on beautiful. Instagram and shit. So nice. Like it's just like the little shit, like. It's just what's building our relationship. We've only known each other for like so many months. I think like we just met each other this year, so I don't know exactly how many months, but we've only known each other for less than a year. And wow, it's like all these little moments that we share with the music. It's like we're so passionate about it that like we just end up clicking so well because of it.
That's sick, man. Gel quick. I love it. That's what music does, man. That's exactly what we're talking about here, man. Love that. Love that.
And like we push each other, and like we're still independent, so like he's still Truck DC, I'm still Backwood Biddy, we're still separate acts. Like he still got his label HBU, I still got my label Talk Heavy Entertainment. Like, but we do things and we work together when we can work together, and if like there's opportunities, we try to put each other onto it, just because like we genuinely care about each other. Like we like we met each other, and like we just had that relationship where it was just like, bro, like you're cool, I'm cool, like let's be cool together. Let's make this cool. Yeah. Like, let's show people that we could be cool.
That's what works, dude.
I'm just saying real quick, y'all said I'm good with names. We got Backwood Biddy. We got Hard Booty University. We got
Hood
Talk
Booty.
Heavy ENT.
Hood Booty.
Sorry, Hood Booty.
Yes, sir.
We got Talk Heavy ENT. Like, these are some dope names.
Where'd Talk Heavy come from?
Talk Heavy Entertainment. So shout out Danny Phantom. And Talk Heavy Entertainment came from... Well,
Talk Heavy
Danny Phantom.
All the names, like we're gonna have to go. So shout out Danny Phantom. He's a rapper, and he's a rapper in Pittsburgh, and he's like literally like he's one of my best friend's nephews, and so we grew up, like younger age, knew each other, like, and when I started rapping, I really wasn't that good, but he would show support, and he started rapping and he was way better than me. And so I would show support, and like, and we just ended up building this relationship, and he was always asking for like advice about the music and stuff like that. And, I'd give him as much as I could. I didn't really know like too much at the time, so I'd give him as much advice as I could and stuff. But he was telling me like how, him and his homeboy were thinking about selling t-shirts that said Talk Heavy on them. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking dope. Talk Heavy t-shirt, like that's cool. I love that. I had my record label at the time. It was Abu Halim Productions. That means like the father of Halim in Arabic. So Abu Halim Productions. That was the name of the record label.
Man, that's got a good ring to it too, though.
Yeah,
that does sound good, dude.
Yeah. And I was like, I wanted to bring him onto the label, and I was like, but we were having a conversation about the Talk Heavy shirts, and I was like, you know what? Like, why don't we just take it and make it Talk Heavy Entertainment instead of just Talk Heavy? Instead of just selling t-shirts, then we'll make it a record label and put music out under it, because Talk Heavy is music. It works great, and then we'll bring you onto the label, and we'll put out music for you, and yada yada yada. And that's what happened. And like eventually he did end up leaving the label, and going about his own route, but like he came up with the name Talk Heavy, and I turned it into Talk Heavy Entertainment, and we worked together, and like I haven't like he still puts songs out every once in a while, but like I'd love to get a new song with him or something like that. He's on my last mixtape, so the song Like a Diamond has got a music video. He's in the music video. You can go check him out, and like go like his follow his Instagram and shit like that. Like he's dope music. He's a great rapper, like, but I guess shit just didn't really work out like on the business side of things. Like So that's why we kind of went our separate ways. But like, he's still my homeboy. Like, I can still call him right now and be like, how you doing? I can still pull up on him and smoke and shit. But it's just the music just didn't work out. But like, we're still cool.
Respect. I mean, respect to you and him for being able to maintain that relationship personally and still be able to do that. I think that's important. I think a lot of people can't do that. Like being able to separate like their art from themselves and stuff. Like that takes a huge, like a big person to be able to do that. So respect, man.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah, like so even after he told me like that he, wanted to step away and, take his little time away or whatever, like, he was like, like, I'm always going to be talk heavy. Like, I'm always, but it's just, we got our own things going on right now. So I'm like, yeah, like, I understand, it is what it is. But, like, I do all the, like, artwork and stuff, as we mentioned earlier, and stuff like that. So, like, I did all his artwork for his music and stuff like that. And, like...
Nice. There's a mutually beneficial relationship there.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
a business exchange, and like that happens. Yeah,
and
for sure.
it's just like now I'm missing out on having dope ass fucking features. Like,
get him back.
Yeah,
hey,
that's all
future
right.
can always be bright. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everyone gets back in the ring at some point. I feel like, you know what I mean? Come on,
Yeah.
dust off the old mic.
Well,
He's gonna be back.
I wanted to ask about the performance you had with Lil Easy.
Yeah.
I'm a West Coast hip hop fan.
Hell yeah.
NWA. Cube, Easy.
Dude.
I mean, I've been rapping these songs since I was like 5-6 years old. I saw the performance you had with him, and I saw that he came out to Easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The classic song. What was that experience like, man?
Man, it's surreal. It
I
was
bet.
oh my god. So holy shit. Let me just
Set the stage for that.
Yeah,
quite literally.
Like, it was so cool, like, for me to, perform alongside him and perform at the same show, and, but fuck,
Eazy-E's
fuck that
eldest
shit for a
son.
minute.
Easy-E's eldest son, by
Yeah.
the way.
Easy
He got a lot of kids.
Yeah,
He had a lot of kids, but
his
this is the
eldest
son. Okay,
Exactly. Fuck, my set for a minute, like, fuck that shit. When he came out and performed, it was, the smoke machines were, like, going crazy.
Yeah,
so, like, it was so foggy. You could hardly see anything, like, and you just see his silhouette, like, walking up onto the stage, coming out to the song, and, like, and it was just, like, he had, like, the same body figure as his dad, so, and, like, through the smoke, it's, like, you could hardly see him, but he kind of looked like his dad, and, like, because he's his son, and, like, and he's, coming out to his music, and it was, like, he played a few of the songs, performed a few of the songs, and it just felt like it felt like Eazy was in the room.
Yeah.
Like, you knew it was his son, but you felt like, now, I don't want to be, like, disrespectful in any sort of way, but it just felt like maybe his spirit or his presence was like in the room, like, or something like that. But like, it was just so surreal. It just felt like I was staring at Eazy-E. I knew it was his son.
Yeah.
Like,
It's one thing to see a cover band, but to see like someone's actual lineage, like someone's actually related, like his
bloodline.
It was just
bloodline.
like-
Yeah,
you could appreciate it
completely
so
different.
much. It was so crazy. Like,
Oh,
There's no lounge lizard in Vegas,
well, something similar too. So I just went to the Wu-Tang Nas Busta Rhymes concert, which by the way was amazing. But YDB he's been performing with for years, and they say like RZA has literally said that he's the embodiment of ODB. He's literally him, his energy and everything. So you probably experienced the same thing. Man.
And it's so crazy. It's like, and then to be able to perform next to that, it was like, man, like.
And what songs did you do for that again? Do you remember?
A couple of unreleased songs off of the upcoming mixtape. So,
So
like,
you gave the people, you blessed the people as well.
Yeah, facts. So it's like, and you could actually go get those on my YouTube technically because you can watch the live.
Just a little snippet, a little sneak peek.
You can hear the song if you really want to, but you can hear the live version of the song. But yeah, man, it was so cool. It was like everybody was there for Eazy, I'm like, I mean, there's people there for other artists and stuff too, but like it was just like they still all showed support and love, like thinking like,
if I don't know, I'd have went.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, my music is, like, completely different, right? My music is new age, like, rap, like, and he was bringing, so to see, like, that those people that were supporting, what hip-hop was, can still support what hip hop is. It was such a beautiful thing. It just felt like everybody was like united, and it was like, and shout out G's First Studios, because they're the only ones that like really be putting on fucking shows where it be feeling like that, where you come in and it feels like everybody's there because they want to be there, not there because they feel like they have to be there to, so
Within Range is going to be putting on shows one day.
Hell yeah,
And,
we're
putting that out there. We talked about it
do it.
because we get that. We would get it right. I feel like because it's about the experience.
It's a vibe,
for
like
the artists and the attendees too.
Correct.
Because
Both
you need
sides.
to get the artists to come back. You need them to tell their artist friends that it's a cool vibe. Like we would, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Just want to hit on, man. I mean, I love, again, we talked about the visuals, right? That's an art that some may say is fading, but I like that you try to put those out as often as you can. We've seen you perform at in Prescott at Whiskey on Western, so you're out there, man. You're doing it. Do you feel like that's important, performing and getting your music like expressed in that regard, than just Spotify and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I think it's definitely very important. I had no idea how important it was like a year ago. So my mom actually owned Whiskey on Western.
Oh.
So I was like the DJ and shit, so it was like,
No way.
yeah, that's how I DJ'd the concert for Paul Wall and shit.
Oh, wait, what?
Wow. Yes, that's right. You mentioned that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
When did he mention
Okay, we gotta let's back up to the.
do the rewind.
Let's talk about DJing for Paul Wall real quick, baby.
Yeah, actually, me and Voss did, because I brought Voss with me.
Okay, it's clicking
That's
now.
where it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's clicking
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's where there it is. The boss connection.
Oh yeah,
Drew
bro.
got us.
Man.
Drew, you're also unfrozen, so that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
there's
For
the
us. We
boy.
got you,
There's
dude.
the boy.
Drew live, dude.
Man, sick.
So
man.
yeah, my mom owned Whiskey on Western. It unfortunately closed like a month ago.
Yeah. I
But
heard wow.
yeah, but
Legendary place, by the way, for those who know, like, are familiar with.
facts,
the area.
bro. Fucking great place.
Yeah.
Great place. It was such great vibes. Like, and I got to be a fucking DJ there for so fucking long. So I was so blessed to do that. And it was like, that's how I started performing live. I was like, like I had to fucking host karaoke nights and shit like that. And it was like, well, I might as well get out here and start.
Hey, don't sleep on some
of my
karaoke.
songs.
All right?
Swear, swear. Some people be.
I've seen Dom tear it up.
Diamond
Yeah.
in his rough.
I've been known to
Hey,
get
man.
in my bag.
But yeah, like it was great, and it taught me that performing is important, because I seen the growth and the development that I had as an artist from before I was performing and to now, and even just the confidence that I had in myself, just aside from the art, just general confidence in myself,
as a
that I
human,
had before I was performing to after I was performing, like before I was performing I had stage fright, like
Totally.
I was afraid, like for like months of doing karaoke I wouldn't step in front of the microphone. Like
Wow.
I just had them, here's your microphone, I'll set up the karaoke, you can sing, like, and it was like, because I was afraid people would judge me, and I was like, I think I make good music, but I still think like I got room to improve. So whenever I think I'm at my best is when I'll start performing. But eventually I had to just get out there and perform, and man, it just showed me, like, one, people are gonna believe in you, like, and you're gonna find people that like hate, but there's going to be more often than not, like, if you're really searching, there's going to be more people that believe in you than the people that hating. And if there is people that are hating, it's because they believe in you and they just don't believe in themselves yet, and they're like jealous that they believe in you and they see you having the success that they want. So I mean, like, it's dope. Performance dope, and as a up and coming artist, it's just as important as putting out music, I'd say.
100%.
Like, if you're just gonna put out the music and you're not gonna like get out there and show people how passionate you are about the music, then I mean, what good is it? Like, let's say maybe you don't have to perform a show, but if you're gonna put out a song, you're gonna have to get out there and put it into people's face visually. Like, maybe make a YouTube video where you're going out to a mall and you're paying people to listen to your song, like, getting people, interacting with people, so
you're gonna have to put yourself out there personally in some way,
and you got to be
it's
vulnerable.
not just gonna go on the internet. Obviously, that's a
fact.
huge component of it, but you're going to have to get out there and make personal connections, whether it's at shows, whether it's boots on the ground. Completely agree with that. That's like one of the main things we want to do with this show. Honestly, it's just like part of this started, like we've talked about it before, is like Dom and I would just, like, when we hang out, like we sit there and watch YouTube videos about, and whether it's just music videos, whether it's an interview or something like that. It's just like, it adds so much to your listening experience when you just hear it, whether you hear it at the club the next time, whether you're driving, the next time you hear that song out of nowhere, you're going to see the visual in your head. I don't know. I'd say it's like orders of magnitude for me, dude. Like, it's like multiples that it makes music that much better when you know it and can picture it.
1,000,000%,
like,
bro.
what do you think about when, like, Thriller? You know, think about something
Think about
like
if
that
there
that's
was
more
no
accessible to
Crazy
everyone.
music video.
Yep.
Come on, man. You
He
know
laid
what I
down
mean?
in a white jacket, gets up in the dirt, and gets up and there's no dirt on it. You're gonna tell me Future's not the GOAT? You're gonna tell me, come on, dude, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no, like, you tell me that just happens to a human being? No, shout out Future.
Let's go, man.
You got rapping people out of giving you a stank face. And
Dude, do you know the fucking balls and stones it takes to sit there and continue performing without batting an eye while people, even if they're feeling your shit, like, I'm guilty of this and I try and get better about it. Like, shout out Mavericks, gets the crowd going. Like, he's really good about, like, being like, hey, if you're feeling this, like,
Mavericks will
let's
be
get
right in
you,
your face.
why don't you show it,
up.
dude? I love that. And it's like,
facts.
I mean, people need that. And I'll say, like, I'm guilty of that too. And it's just like, but the fucking stones it takes to sit there and perform and do your thing, and like, the thing is, like, you will look at people and be like, they're not feeling this, because you're gonna be negative naturally. Like, that's just like how people are. But like, people are probably feeling it. They could be feeling it, you have no idea. But it's just like the guts that takes to just put yourself out there like that and continue going and just keep it. Yeah, crazy, man.
And
So
I think I can understand it.
You can't replicate that
from like a different aspect, because like, you know, like I've gotten to see the world in, you know, many different views and many different, you know, eyesights. Like, so like I have plenty of people and family, and like my mom's from the hood, like spent plenty of time in the hood, right? Then I got my dad, like, from the suburbs, got other family members from the suburbs, you know, spent plenty of time in the suburbs, got to see both, you know, angles of life and shit. And like rap and hip hop, it comes from, you know, African American, you know, inner cities, and the groups of people that, you know, are showing up to like underground shows and supporting, you know, underground hip hop artists, you know, not all the time like are coming from the suburb community, you know, are coming from the inner city community. And like those types of people, I've been around plenty of them my whole life, so it's like I know, like, they're really hard, not just on you, but they're hard on themselves, and they're not gonna like show you like passion about things all the time. They're gonna like kind of hide those like feelings and emotions and stuff just to like, you know, because that's how they get by life, you know. And like, and I'm not judging anybody, you know, I do it myself sometimes, you know, like, and I'm guilty of it. Like, so like, it's just like when they're standing out there watching you and they're not cheering on, like, you know, some other people might be, that doesn't mean they're sitting there thinking you're trash.
No.
Which they they could be, but they could, they could also
really
be.
like, I'm not ruling that out.
Yeah,
but
exactly. They could all. You could be shit. Like, you could stop
could be
rapping,
trash, but
stop rapping, quit. But no, like they could be sitting there, you know, like actually appreciating the art, you know, like
even a subtle head
you
nod.
know, like like sitting back
Something.
and really listening to what you're saying, and that's why they're not jumping up and down and giving you all the energy and shit, because they're developing, they're listening in here and letting it develop in here and whatnot.
Do you have to take that, by the way?
No, I'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Small version of that for me is I personally, like, I've been to plenty of concerts. No, I won't say a bazillion, that's an obnoxious thing to say, but I've been to a lot of concerts, and there's definitely times and shows and situations where I enjoy standing for them, but especially as I get older, just when you're seeing someone that you really appreciate, being able to just sit down and have a seat and just and take it in and enjoy it, and not worry about being cool or doing a dance or bouncing around, and just being like, it is a full performance. Like, man, I love that.
Speaking of dances, I think this man has a dance song called the Biddy Bop.
Oh yeah, the Biddy Bop.
The Biddy Bop.
So, I mean, that was a perfect juxtaposition. So, yeah, I think, you know, you look back, like, I guess in our generation, you had, like, Crank That with Soulja Boy. There was, like, certain, like, artists that had their own, like, kind of, like, dance, Stanky Leg.
All that.
You know what I mean? So, like, I almost feel
Jerk.
because you're a younger cat that we would say right in the hip-hop game. So, for you to, like, have something like that, I think is dope. I think it's a little bit different than what you would be used to seeing nowadays.
Yeah, so the Biddy Bop, I actually made that beat on my phone, too.
Man, this guy's a wizard with an iPhone.
So,
Can we get this man a MacBook Pro, please? Can we? Like,
Christmas
I'm
is
trying to
coming up.
see
Christmas
what
is coming up.
Like, I'll that'll be a seed investment, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. We got to get you a computer.
Imagine
But imagine what you're doing with that, dude.
But yeah, so like, yeah, facts.
Hey,
Facts.
no excuses. That's the episode title. No excuses.
There it
for
is.
Backwood Biddy.
No
There it is. We
excuses.
just found it.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah.
There's always a
To the camera.
moment we find
No
it.
excuses.
There it is. No excuses.
And that's for everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Facts.
that.
Facts.
And that's not to say like I do everything on the iPhone. Like I definitely will take my songs to the studio to make sure they're like quality recordings and whatnot. But
You're just getting it done with the
the
music.
things-
To do the
the
lion's
things
share
that-
of the work
yeah.
on your phone is
Bottom line.
the things that I
outrageous. That's
could do,
outrageous.
I do.
You're getting it done.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Tell me
you
you're
know
rocking like a 13 or 14 Pro though. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
this is the
what do you-
XR. I had the
Dude.
X. I just got this like a week ago, right?
The XR?
about a week ago.
Bro,
About a week
listen,
ago.
this phone, I still got it. It's a champ, bro.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love it. It's
a machine.
dope.
But we ain't editing on there. That's crazy.
We are
dude.
definitely not
That's
doing that.
crazy.
But I didn't have the XR like until about a week ago. I had the X, but I used the X to like make the music videos and stuff like that.
Get
But
outta here,
I had
dude.
the 7 like as my like actual phone. So like that's
Bro.
And when I made the beat and shit like that, I think I made the beat on the 10. On the
Negative
X, but
100 excuses.
There's plenty of shit you could do on an iPhone like 5. So like, I mean, it is what it is. iPhones
Yeah,
are
no excuses.
iPhones
It's
are goated.
official. That's crazy. Man.
Yeah,
Wow.
iPhones
All
are
respect
goated.
for that, dude. That's crazy. That's a
the
hustle.
Biddy Bop though. I made that beat and fucking Drake dropped Tootsie Slide like fucking a week later.
That motherfucker.
Fucking the motherfucker stole my shit.
God
Come
dang
on,
it,
dude.
Drake.
Shout out Drake, but he knows what he did. He knows.
Send
what
the
he
jet and amends will be made. It's okay.
did. Right foot
Left
and my
foot
shit.
slide. By the
Do
way,
the
the
Biddy
video
Bop,
for that-
y'all. To the right. You know, like so.
yeah.
Come on, bro. Like we got. Come on.
Dude, the video for that episode,
Suspicious.
dude, he just walks around his house.
Pulled a Belichick.
Right.
Had some stealing plays there.
A Belichick. Nice.
I came up with the song from scratch. So whenever I made the beat, I was like I wasn't even worried about what the lyrics were gonna be at the time, you know. So I'm just making the beat, and I'm like, this got like super dance vibes to it, like. So, because after I got done with the beat, I'm like trying to write to it, and I'm like, well, what the fuck am I gonna write? Like, I can't like fucking talk about like murder on this fucking. Like, and I'm not about to.
The
so.
ops is outside somewhere.
You know, like. so, I'm like sitting there writing. I'm like, do the Biddy Bop, y'all.
Do the Biddy Bop, y'all. Do the Biddy Bop.
And then like I'm getting this melody and I'm putting it together and I'm like, okay, this got to be a dance song. Like, okay, if I'm making a dance song, then like, what are the best dance songs? And I was like, well, the ones that tell you like the moves that you're supposed to do. You know,
Soldier
like
boy, crank that you.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, all right, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a song that's telling you different dance moves to do. And I didn't know any dance moves. I don't know. I can't dance. Like I'm.
You just whipped that
Yeah,
up,
you
huh?
danced,
Just
yeah.
whipped
So,
it
like,
up.
Yeah. So I just made like this weird like I was dancing a lot at the time, like just doing these weird dances. So it was just, and then it came with like other dances, and it was just like, all right,
This the Biddy Bop.
it's the Biddy Bop.
Mark it.
Like
This is it.
Cut it.
It was like like this like it was like
It's
this
the Biddy
like
Bop,
bop from like side to side, but like I can't even remember exactly how, but like yeah,
Just listen to the song and you'll.
yeah,
You're
facts.
good. You'll know.
Yeah,
You're good.
facts.
Right?
And then Drake did that. Just did
And then
the
Drake
dirty
dropped
like that.
Tootsie
Just a
and it
week.
said,
What a
just
week later?
shut
You
it
said,
down.
"Come on, man."
And, it's
And
sad,
And he literally
'cause,
was
like,
telling you, right foot up, left foot. It's like, come on,
Yeah,
exactly
it's-
what you
it's
did,
so
dude. That's
sad.
it. That's
It's
the
so
bat
sad.
radar, Drew. That's what you're talking about.
Fucking
Okay, wait.
Go
I want
ahead.
to.
Go ahead.
I got one major oversight
Okay.
that we need to go back to. And for some reason, when you said, "Oh, what am I gonna do on this track?" and you were like, "Oh, I can't talk about murder." I don't know why I thought about it. But it was just thinking about you. You got you and Truck cooking on the track. But when we go back to Pressure,
Oh yeah.
we got one. I think is that the one? Is that yes? All time ad lib on that,
Yeah.
dude. So when you got the line about the goat in there, is that dude? Is that Truck? Is that Truck?
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I was like, I can't believe it. When you said that, for some
That's
reason, I was like
definitely
thinking about it. So we gotta talk about that, dude.
Yeah.
Bah is a wild ad lib. I've heard some shit in my day, dude. But
Yeah.
bro straight up hit us with the goat bod,
Yeah,
dude.
facts. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Talk to me about were you involved in that? Tell me about that. And I'm sorry to just rewind us back to that track, but I had to do that, dude. I just remembered the goat ba.
This truck, bro. Oh my god.
Bro's wilding on the track.
This
dude.
nigga is such a genius, bro. Like I can't explain it to you guys. This dude is so impeccably smart when it comes to just
stupendous, dude. That was crazy.
In the studio, it's out of pocket, bro. It's just like. And like he's a comedian first before.
Well, isn't that what his name is?
Truck DC, Truck the comedian. Yeah. So like he's a comedian before the rap. So then whenever we're writing this song, and he's like, he just thinks different than most rappers do.
Yeah.
Because he does the comedy and shit. You know, like
that's so dope. Isn't he like 6'7"? Like.
Yeah, he's like 6'7".
Because this gentleman, just like our esteemed guest here, took the time. Because they care about their craft, their brand, and their art to fill out a bio in their Spotify profiles and other places. Like people want to learn about that. People want to know about you. And again, like it makes it easier to engage with you. And if you're gonna look at yourself as a business, you need to be doing stuff like that, 100%. Dude. And I'm not an artist promoting myself. We got our own thing like that, but we need to be doing things like that. And that goes for business. It doesn't just go for music. Like. You gotta be doing that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You want to say your business and not be doing that.
Can't do it.
Anytime I create anything, whether it's music or artwork or whatever I'm doing, like, I want to make it aesthetically pleasing. You know, visually or, you know, however, whether you're listening to it, you know, I want it to, like, please the senses, you know, like, whatever I'm doing, I want to be a pleasurable man, you know.
Hey, absolutely. You get applause for that, dude. That's some Kevin Gates shit, dude. That's some shit Kevin Gates would say. Everything I'm doing, I'm trying to be pleasurable.
But yeah, I got me wrong.
Shit, that's my North Star, man. What am I? Am I doing this pleasurably right now? Come on, man.
But yeah.
All right. I want to hit on one of my other favorite songs that I think is on the Resurrection tape. It's called. Is that an EP or an album? Because I've been.
It's a mixtape.
See, remember that one time I called it. So I love asking. All right, it's a mixtape. Neg shit.
Yeah, Neg shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
I connected with that one for some reason, man. I liked it. One of my favorite tracks. You guys both snapped on that one.
Appreciate
who's
it.
Tavino and how do you know him?
Yeah. Okay. So, Tavino is a kid I went to high school with.
McClintock?
No, Short Shears Valley in Pittsburgh.
Let's go.
And he's a dope fucking rapper, dope ass rapper. He was rapping before me, and he's one of the people that got me into rapping, just cause like I seen him doing it and inspired me to do it, and like he still supports up to this day. Like he was commenting on my YouTube video this morning and shit, you know. Like,
real one.
Yeah. So, excuse me. Ooh, got that burp. That's what they call it.
You didn't have a Dos Equis either, so.
No, it's just a water smoke burp.
That work.
You know, facts. Nah, but so Neg shit is, well, me and Tavin were both from Carnegie and fucking Carnegie Neg shit.
Okay, I like it.
Says where we're from. Range. The shit, you know, the type shit that we just on, and I was writing the track, and I came up and I was like, you know what, I gotta have him on it. So I hit him up, and I was like, look, bro, I'm about to sing this track. I need you to kill it. He sent it back to me. It was fucking murdered. And I was like, okay, I'm a bury it. So then we just, so now,
hell yeah. Jared. Oh, hey, you were talking about karaoke. That reminded me of a note I had about a song, Demons. You ain't afraid to sing.
Yeah,
you ain't afraid to sing. You sing on that. Come on now.
I turned afraid after that.
No, get out of here. No, I thought you. I like it. I liked it, dude.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I like where you're going with it. I don't think you should be afraid to do that. I think people need to hear it more.
For sure.
I liked it. So I just want to call that out, man. No, I noticed it when you said the singing.
That's
I was like, no, I made the note. I was like, you ain't afraid to sing, and that's just on that. Even if I didn't like it, I would respect that. But I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed that track.
Yeah, I feel like that was off of the Elevate EP, so that's like the first EP that I put out.
2020?
Yeah, and it was like I was trying to like just like find my footing, and I had gone through a bunch of shit, you know, in that year.
COVID.
yeah,
definitely
you know, and then on top of that, like just a bunch of personal stuff, and it was just like I felt like, you know, like I had demons and shit. And I was just fucking in the bathroom one day, and I was just the melody came to me, and I was like,
Really?
I was like, I could find somebody else to sing this shit, but it's like I'm talking about my problems. So it's like,
Dude, hell yeah.
I might as well try
You
the
need a job
best
done
that I
right.
can.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just fucking I had my little like $20 Amazon microphone, my fucking shitty little laptop, and I was just like, I'm gonna fucking put this shit together somehow, one way or another, and it's gonna fucking sound good. So I sat there for like hours, making every little fucking little tweak and edit and equalization, and just whatever I could fucking figure out
No
how
excuses.
to fucking do,
No
just
excuses.
to make it sound somewhat decent and turn it into a project. So like, eventually all that shit's gonna get like what they call it, archived. Eventually.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Eventually, all that shit's
For
getting
real?
archived,
For
man.
real?
Pretty soon,
Well, I'm glad we
if
got
I'll
blessed
give
with
you a
it.
fair warning. It's getting
Dang.
archived pretty soon, but
Limited time sale.
yeah, but I
love
mean,
it.
it's just
Time
like
frame.
it's just growth, you know, like, and it's just like
Yeah.
I don't see myself singing now, but that's just where I'm at right now. Maybe, you know, a couple times I could see if I tried to sing now, I could feel myself doing better than I did back then because of what I know how to control my voice way better, like
Yeah.
just maybe from performing, maybe from going to the studio so many
Yeah.
times, like, and it's just like all these different things, like yeah, back in the day, I used to think you had to like scream into a microphone, you know, like
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize you could keep the settings all low and then bring them up later, you know, like you could just talk into the
Drew.
microphone, you know, so like it was just a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, you know.
God, game change, guys. That's amazing.
So yeah, hell
I love
yeah.
that. Ooh, Drew.
So shout out Voss, because that was his idea
Oh.
before he even mentioned it. I'm not
The
gonna lie.
engineers.
Yeah,
Dude, the
he was like,
engineering
yeah,
mind,
bro,
dude.
we gotta fucking turn this shit up. Like it's good, but you know, like you've been putting out music with me, so this shit gotta sound better. What the fuck is he talking about?
Man.
So Demons is good, but Hating.
Yeah,
That was my favorite.
yeah,
was the
for
one?
sure.
That's a bang.
Hell yeah.
So
hell
yeah, if you can
appreciate
redo
it.
that one and I'll just do all. Yeah, redo all.
It's only 3, so it wouldn't be too hard to
Hey,
redo.
I'm
Yeah.
picturing Demons. Throw the effect that Yachty just used on Poland, dude. Come on,
Oh,
game
yeah.
over, dude. It's a
Hey,
wrap
you know
on
what
that,
would be
dude.
cool? And this is just an idea, bro. If you do ever redo one of those tracks, if like we can get a within range exclusive of like us being there,
Hell yeah,
if you're
hell
cool with that,
Dude,
I mean,
fly on the wall is our
we don't,
dream.
yeah, we don't want to fuck up any studio vibes.
No, you're
but-
good. You're good. I work well under pressure in front of other people. Cool, man.
Oh,
Maybe
we
some-
can bring
maybe some
that.
good
No, I'm just kidding.
footage.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Like,
kidding.
I got to tap back in with Voss, but for sure.
Oh.
Right? Exactly. He ain't far. I could text him now.
I think staying on that project, 17. Well, actually, so from the numbers I was seeing, like on Spotify, one of your bigger tracks too, dude. You
Yeah.
float on that one,
Thank
dude.
you. Yeah,
How'd that
7
one come to be? What's the story behind that?
17, it was just like, it was one of those tracks where it was like, I feel like I didn't know what I was writing when I was writing it. And after writing it, listening to it, feeling it, and other people listening to it, and like, I just felt like it took me to a next step in my music. Like it took me from like Demons and, you know, Hating Niggas and like, which were decent songs, but and then it helped me like to create the next couple songs, which is like the Biddy Bop, Keep It Straight, the Leave Me EP, and then the Resurrection mixtape. Like it helped. That song is kind of what like flicked the switch. With I kind of felt more comfortable on the microphone.
Yeah.
And like just
It's a very cohesive song,
yeah,
dude. That,
it just felt more like a vibe, you know, like and it felt more like a song to me whenever I put it out.
the note I had is I said how does it come to be? I said it comes off as one that came together very naturally. Is
Yeah.
that the case? Because it
Exactly.
100% shine through, dude.
Exactly.
You
It was
like I
just-
say, you floated on that one. That's one of those ones where you can tell like, oh, he was right in his zone, right in his pocket. It just came almost effortlessly. Not to take away from it, but
Yeah.
it came effortlessly because you put the work in to be in the flow. You know what I
Facts,
mean? I
facts,
love
and
that,
it-
and you can hear that, dude. So that's cool. That's cool.
It
to hear.
felt real good to write it, and then like even like listening back onto it now, it's like it's a memorable piece because it's like it's a vibe. Like it talks about, you know, back when I was 17. You know, and it's like I think about that a lot because it was a very important year in my life. Like when I had a kid, like I was moving out into my own place, like.
Wow.
And it's like a whole bunch of stuff happened when I was 17. So it's like that song really like. That's a good song. That's my favorite song off of Taste.
Yeah?
We each got one of the favorites.
Hey,
you
we got
know?
it. How to
Yeah,
do it? How to
yeah.
do it?
It's like that's how I feel about the big Backwood mixtape. So the upcoming mixtape that I got and I'm about to release hopefully next month or two. Man, it's like every song on it is a hit. I'm gonna just start with that, like, and like all the work that's been put into it, like all of like the hard fucking work, like, and it's just like everyone's gonna be able to see it all in one project, and they're gonna be able to feel it all, and it's like it's one like you said, cohesive, like it's got cohesiveness. It's just like I'm so ready to put it out, like I'm so excited to put it out, and it's like I just been holding back because I'm like at the right time, It's like it's coming soon, but it's just like it's one of those turning points. It's like I can't wait to put it out because I know it's gonna be one of those turning points for me. You know?
Love that, dude. I love the confidence, but definitely justified. Yes. Talk it.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Talk heavy.
I love it. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Justified from what we've seen so far. I can't wait for it. Pressure will be off that. Is that's on there?
Yeah. So no, I'm actually not gonna put pressure on it, but pressure's just a single.
Okay.
But I got plenty of songs. The first song on is Hall of Fame intro. So that's the intros. Let you know the energy. It's Hall of Fame energy. Like just letting you know. I got a song called Backwood Talk. I got a song called Gutter. Got a song called Grave Digging. And there's plenty of other songs. I'm not gonna name them all, but plenty of hits. And it's just, man, like I wish like it was out already. Honestly, I thought it'd be out by now. I planned on having it out by the end of summer, but it's not out. So we're not sitting here listening to it. We're not talking about it. But next time we could be talking about the big Backwood mixtape and why I was sitting here at the edge of my seat, ready to show you guys the music videos and shit.
You going?
Yeah, exactly.
You go. I guess going from 17, you said that was a special one to you. I want to go right into another special track, Letter to My Father, dude. That one is obviously a very special track. I just want to say for me, and not to take away from anything, I hate saying that even, but just like that sounded like a very common like immigrant story where the parents come here and like work incredibly hard, build something from out of absolutely nothing against like pretty tough odds.
Yeah, facts.
And it seems like you were definitely paying respects to that. And I don't, and just like not even drawing like a necessarily comparison, but it just gave me the vibe of it. Do you ever listen to like Atmosphere? Are you familiar with them at all?
I haven't heard of them.
The group, yeah. So it's like Rhyme Sayers out of Minnesota. He has a song called Little Man. Okay, and he writes a letter to himself, his son, and his dad. Yeah. And it's like it just had that same vibe, dude. Like you were just talking to your dad, like kind of those things that you learn as a man as you grow, and that's what that song's about. So I loved it, dude. It really resonated with me. I love that special song.
Do you guys know who Cat Stevens is?
No.
Oh, you guys gotta look into Cat Stevens. Definitely gotta look into Cat Stevens. He's an old head hippie dude. He used to sing. Back in like the 70s, I think it was, he was dropping albums and stuff. He ended up actually converting to Islam. He became Muslim, so he stopped dropping music and stuff. But now he still like releases some of his old music. He remasters it and re-releases it and stuff like that now. But yeah, he has this song called I don't know. He might be. I'm not sure. It's probably
Jamie.
It's probably
young Jamie.
It says Yusuf Islam.
Oh, Yusuf Islam.
Yeah,
Yusuf Islam. Him, I know.
Yeah, Cat
I do
Stevens.
know that. Okay.
His real name is Cat Stevens.
Oh, dude,
when he
was on, my dad was on that. Yeah, he was like,
yeah.
So
look,
that's crazy, dude. That's
fucking
some jazz.
Yusuf Islam. Before he was Yusuf Islam, he was Cat Stevens, and he made regular music.
Oh wow, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So his regular music, he had a song called Father and Son, and it talks about like the father-son relationship type of thing. So it was like that was kind of like my song, kind of like that.
Awesome, wow.
But yeah, man, it was like my dad. He never really like listened to music stuff like that, and so it was my kind of way to like talk to him and about just stuff that I didn't feel like I could talk to him about in person because I didn't feel like he was gonna listen to the song. But then he listened to it and it all came to light, and he was like, "Oh, so that's how you feel. I was like, well, kind of.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I mean, you even say in the song like, I don't even know if you'll ever hear this, or and you even say you'll probably never listen to this. Like,
Exactly.
what was it like for him to hear it though? I mean, was that was cool for you? Did he?
Yeah,
I mean, it had to be a
super
special
cool.
moment, right?
Yeah, it was super special. It was super cool. It was like, I was like, wow, like, honestly didn't think he would listen to it in the first place, and to see like that he listened to it and listened to the end and got to like hear everything that I wanted to say. It was like, it just gave me like, it just reminded me like, religion is beautiful and it's perfect to have it, but like at the same time, like, like your kid's your kid, like, and you're gonna like show your kid fucking love
that's the truth,
when they're reaching out for it, regardless of how like your emotions may be, if you're a good parent and you see your kid reaching out for that like attention and that type of love,
you can put your hand out.
You're gonna you're gonna be there.
Amen to that, dude. That's the truth. It's the truth.
Man.
Getting deep over here.
Listen, a lot of great talk. You guys got anything else for Biddy?
I got a couple more just real quick. Dude, Like a Diamond, I know you got a video for that,
track.
dude.
Yeah.
Banger track, dude.
Hell yeah.
The line I wanted to call out from that, I think it's, I'm sicker inside like a sinus, never know where my sign is. Is that what that is? Dude.
Yeah. So it's
Going in on that, man.
pressure building like a diamond, no ease for my mind, and I just never know how to find it. I'm sicker inside like sinus, never know what my sign is. I'm no Gemini, deny it. Said these niggas want peace, then riot. Niggas out in these streets, they dying. Pressure building like a diamond. Yeah.
I loved it, dude.
Man, like, I feel like I said, like, in Demons, like, I felt like I had, some, like, demons. Some, like, I need to see a therapist, and I still haven't done it. But, like, now, like, I get to express it through the art. So, like, a lot of times, like you mentioned, greediness, like, there's like a little bit of darkness to my music just because it's where I express myself, and I've gone through a lot in life that's where I get to express myself, and maybe I like haven't got to go see a therapist about these things just yet. So it's like you get to see it in the raw form, the raw emotions, the raw feelings about it, so it's like it's beautiful at the end though, that's what makes, music.
No rush.
Oh, I was gonna say, hold on, Out the Way featuring Stoney, just real quick.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I like that one, dude, and honestly, not even intentionally to draw the parallel, just because you have the Pittsburgh connection.
Yeah.
I legitimately got like Wiz Ty Dolla and Ty Dolla $ign vibes on that. I felt like you had that like back and forth like rap kind of R&B, but still very much so like a hip hop track like flow. I love that one, dude. So yeah,
Appreciate it. Oh God, I give Stoney the credits for that one. He was turning up on that track. He engineered it. He did the beat. He produced it, and then he hopped on as a feature too.
Man.
And man, he turned up. He did his thing.
We
So
call
like
it the
when he
Hit for the
was
cycle.
he's like punching in the studio and whatnot, and like his ex-girl, she was over there, like telling him like this part you're going higher. Go higher, and then like he go higher pitch with the next bars that he would think of. This one, okay, now you're coming back lower again, babe. You go low pitch with those bars, and it was like he's going back and forth. And
no
like,
shit, and he was just doing it on command, huh?
Yeah, and it was,
And he was just plugged in.
bro. They were good. I don't know what happened, but
Damn.
I don't know. They made a great track,
No
and
disrespect,
it's on my mixtape. So go get that.
It's a business transaction,
Swear,
okay?
swear.
Shit, man. Well, that was the main stuff I want to hit on, man. Like I said, we could talk for hours, but I think that's what I want to shine a light on for sure.
Yeah. Man, I feel like at the end of the day, it all came naturally, but it was tough, and it was like trying to find all these, like, because I have been recording songs for years and saying like, okay, I'm gonna put all these songs into this mixtape, and I'm gonna put all these songs into this mixtape, and then I'm gonna put them out, and I'm telling everybody like, yeah, I promise, like I got some good songs coming, and it's like time's passing, and I'm like, well, I'm not putting any of these songs out, and I'm not putting out these mixtapes like I was planning on doing. And now it's been like 2 years, and I've been telling people, and it's like people are expecting music, and I'm not giving them music. Nobody's gonna take me seriously if I'm not taking myself seriously. And I'm like, well, now I got all these, like I got damn near fucking 20 songs, and it's just like I had mixtapes that I planned on putting them in, and now they're not in that, and now I'm just sitting on all these songs and like, well, what am I supposed to do? And I'm like, well, I guess I could put them all in like a mixtape together if I could figure out, like how to pattern them the right way. And I was like thinking like, what would I even call like a mixtape like that? Like, how would I call a mixtape like that? Like, it's got really no like it's not like a concept to it. So, and I was like, well, it kind of does got a concept to it. I'm like taking all my old tracks and I'm putting them out, and I'm like, okay, so I'm just resurrecting them, So yeah, so that's where I got the resurrection tape. It was just a combination of like all the tracks that I've done in the years leading up to it, the ones that hadn't got released, and it was like, like I was like, well, I got to put them out. So the best time is now. And instead of putting them out all 20 songs together, because I knew nobody was going to listen to them if I put all of them together on one track and just put it out like that. So I did it week by week, and I released a song every week, like for the entirety of the tape until it was all put out. And then at the end, I put it all into a tape and released that. And yeah, man, it was just like, it was nice. It was fun. It was an experience. It was hella work, especially because I did it week by week for like 4.5 months. It was like I had to post on Instagram every single day because like
I saw that you did. You released it into it. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God, it was treacherous.
It's a lot,
but I'm glad I did it. It was definitely an experience. Yeah, it was
awesome,
fun.
man.
It was great.
We're glad you did it.
Yeah, for sure. Cause like towards the end of it, I was ready to give up. I was like, holy shit! Like, I'm still not famous yet. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, well,
I passed go. What's going on?
And then I like remembered like before I started putting them out, like I wasn't putting out the resurrection tape week by week to get famous. I was putting them out to show everybody what I've been working on. So it was just like, okay, well, at the end of the day, like, fuck it. If people want to listen to it, they'll listen to it. If they don't want to listen to it, they don't gotta listen to it. But I'll be able to go back and listen to it. I'll be able to show my kids when they want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I'll just do this for me then. And like, people appreciated it. So it was like, once I seen like, okay, I could do something for me and people could appreciate that. I was like, okay, maybe I could do more of this music shit.
Nice. No doubt. That was the carrot.
There'll be a point where I start to overload and, I stop taking down music. But I think, like I said, I'm going to archive some of the songs that I have out now eventually. Like, so I'll always try to keep it at a rate where if you want to spin through my whole what they call it?
Catalog.
My whole catalog. My mind just brain fart. But if you want to spin through my whole catalog, it shouldn't take you too long. That's why I like you guys were saying, I make like Spotify playlist. If you want to go listen to like my playlist, they'll have my songs in there for you to listen to and stuff like that. So it's just like I want it to be convenient and easy and pleasurable to listen to my music.
Accessible, convenient, enjoyable, pleasurable.
Exactly.
Love it.
Hey, no excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No excuses.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, No Excuses, officially episode 24 Within Range. Biddy, it's been awesome, man. This has been dope. It's, been better than we expected, man. And, just real quick, if you don't mind, man, before we wrap up here, like, again, you were one of the first people to reach out to us. So you kind of watched us grow. Like, any thoughts or any, like, takeaways you could share with us on the platform and kind of what you've seen from us, more or less?
Man, you guys are doing incredible. Like for what it's worth, I know we just met each other like for the first like in person today, but like for what it's worth, proud of you guys. Like from like I've seen, like you guys put in fucking hard work, and you could see like it's definitely getting somewhere. It's taking off, like, and it's
appreciate that, man.
Just like you guys were saying, like how artists help you get to where you want to be. You're helping us get to where we want to be, and we're helping each other, and it's a beautiful relationship.
Mutually beneficial relationship.
And it's
like, a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Don't stop what you're doing. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing. You guys don't stop what you're doing.
Don't.
We'll all shine when our
Hell
time
yeah, man.
comes.
Love that. Love that.
No, man, listen, Biddy, we're gonna keep up. Keep active on the gram, man. I think you're doing like a show tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a show tomorrow at the Purple Turtle. Tap in with me.
Where's
Pull
that
up.
at? Where's the Purple Turtle?
It's in Phoenix. I'm not exactly sure.
Man, that sounds
Look it
like
up.
a dope
Google,
spot.
Purple
hey,
Turtle.
Google
You
on
pull
that
up.
one.
It's a free show, so it's free entry.
Man, we already had one show we're
Yeah,
gonna
we
hit
got-
up, but
might have
yeah,
to-
but we'll keep in touch, man.
Exactly.
You might have
I
to
got
book a
plenty of
party
shows.
bus and just
Just hit
them
all the
all, hit
shows.
them all up. Hit
Drew will
them.
fly out. You're gonna
Run a
fly
route,
out.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Drew, we're sending the within range jet.
Man.
Oh man, well thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, no, I
it.
appreciate you guys. It's at Backwood Biddy. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Run me up on YouTube. I love when y'all
Yes,
follow
sir.
my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube, run me up. That's like my life form. Like I'm on YouTube all the time. Like I say, early morning
That's
YouTube
the
sessions
one,
and
dude.
shit. Run me up. Run up within range. The podcast. Run up their Instagram.
yeah.
You know, do it for the culture. Show us some love. Let's take it to the top. Shout out everybody that got me here to this day. Shout out God. You know what I'm saying? I
go.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Drew.
Can't top that. Drew, close us
Thank
out.
you, Drew.
We got
Thank
some
you,
The
outro.
outro, dude.
Felt too easy. Now look, we ain't even speaking. If I told you how I really felt, you probably wouldn't even believe me. Give me one wish from this genie. Bill, please make this shit easy. You did your dirt and I did mine. I guess you could say we even. I can't give her no more love. I don't got no more trust in me. I don't wanna be your man, so baby, can we keep it friendly? Baby, if you show me different, I promise I'ma listen. But please don't waste my time, cause once it's gone, that shit is finished.